I'm about to say something that will probably annoy a few fitness influencers, but I don't care because chances are you've been training your back wrong this whole time and no one's telling you this. The truth is you don't need endless sets or fancy gym machines to get huge back. In fact, doing less can get you more results if you know the right method. I've been using the two-set method for months, and not only did my back grow so much, but I also cut my training time in half. So you're probably wondering how I did that. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can grow huge back using just the two-set method, and I've got 3 steps that I'm going to share with you. And the third step might be the most important of all. There's probably a lot of influencers that tell you to just do more sets or train back every day, and honestly, that advice is garbage. I'm here to show you something different. The two-set method, it's simple, science-backed, and it actually works. So what is the two-set method? Known for its insane results, this method requires you to do 2 sets of an exercise till absolute failure, as long as you're doing a maximum of 2 exercises per muscle. This method also complements Mike Menser's philosophy that with the right intensity, 1 to 2 sets of exercise is more than enough to stimulate growth. In fact, recent studies show that just 2 intense sets can be as effective as doing 4 sets, if not even more, as long as you push close to failure and take the right steps, which I'll talk about next. Step 1. To actually grow your back, all you need to do is to choose 1 to 2 exercises and do these exercises for 2 sets close to failure. In this step, it's important to pick 1 compound and 1 isolation exercise for the lats and the same for the upper back. And your complete focus should be on the compound exercise because compound movements are actually responsible for 80% of your back's growth. This means that isolation movements are only responsible for 20% of your back gains. But does this mean that we should entirely neglect isolating the back? Not at all, because our focus is on getting the most amount of gains possible and maximizing our back size. The best compound exercise for back growth, and I say the best because it worked for me and many others, is the pull-ups, and the reason is that this exercise carves out that demon back. Especially when adding weight, it gives the back a greater range of motion and stronger activation compared to most exercises. When you're doing pull-ups, you're working the whole back, and it means that the muscle is contracting more uniformly from all ends. Do the pull-ups while focusing on bringing your scapulas in together and slightly twisting your wrists outward. Now for isolation exercise, I recommend doing any form of rows, and the reason is because the rows targets the upper center back, which is often neglected. The rows, especially when doing it with a dumbbell or barbell, allows for a deep stretch in the back while also reducing momentum. The best version is the cable. However, if you have limited time, then the barbell rows might be a better option. Now there's some additional things you should do to make sure you get the most out of these exercises, which I'll talk about in step 2 and 3. Step 2, for the 2-set method, the work intensity is everything. People who say the 2-set method didn't work for them probably weren't doing it right. And that's because they don't treat back like any other muscle. Instead, they just train it for the pump. If you're not pushing close to failure, especially when training back then, you're missing the entire point for the exercises that we chose above. You should do around 2 sets for complete failure. Now the reps should be between 8 to 12, but if you reach 12 reps and feel like you can do 2 more reps, then definitely do it and go completely till failure. Intensity is key for back growth because it fully activates muscle fibers and pushes them to adapt and grow, while just doing a lot of volume and a lot of isolation exercises can actually hurt your gains rather than help you build muscle.